is just to be me, 'cause what I feel is...
Today we're talking about dressing for a first date.
Well, I think the way it came up was we often do this. We'll go out to dinner, and we were at a restaurant, and we looked over, and this couple was obviously having a first or second date, and the woman looked beautiful. She had this gorgeous dress on, just everything was really tasteful, her makeup, her clothing, and her date had a t-shirt and jeans, and it was really pissing me off.
Right.
Like,
and we don't know if it was a first date, but it definitely seemed like a first date. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, what is the right thing to do as far as dressing for a first date? So.
Yeah, well, we wanted to just talk about what it's like to kind of put your best foot forward and to just put it out there that you really care about the date and about how you look, basically.
So first thing we want to talk about is why it matters. Like, why does it matter to dress in a specific way for a first date? And there are a couple points that we wanted to share on that. Mm-hmm. And one of them is you really do want to feel good. So however you're dressing does make a difference in how you feel inside. And sometimes I feel like it seems shallow to say, oh, you need to dress in a certain way. But certainly we're not going to be talking about brands or how to, what specific outfit to wear, because it's really based on who you are, your body shape, your personality, the colors, mm-hmm. and what makes you feel good. Because ultimately you want to go feeling like you can be the most comfortable you can be, and in a way that lets you show your best you. Mm-hmm. And so that's obviously by doing that, your self-esteem's boost, and so is your mojo. Your mojo's there. And when you can feel that openness and feel like you're in your groove, then that's going to be very attractive for other people. And the fact of the matter is, it is about that at the beginning, right?
Yeah, it's all, the first visit, as much as we like to think maybe it isn't a lot about that, it's about appearance. The second date, the third date. A piece of it, of course.
Yeah.
But the second date, the third date, that's when you really fall in love or connect with the person, their personality. But in the beginning, you're a little shy. It's hard for the real you sometimes to come out. Whereas appearance it's important. It's important to look good. It's important to show the other person that you care about them.
Yeah.
It's about putting your best self forward.
Right. So if you're feeling like there's some objections coming up, we actually put some at the end of the talk, so we'll go over those. But the other thing is that for women especially, I like to share that if you don't normally wear dresses or skirts, yes, I love that. Someone wrote, see someone doing what they love attracts in the beginning. I agree with that, because that is all in your mojo, because you're really showing up from a soul level. But really for women, being able to get into your feminine, I mean, the nature of the relationship is that a woman is meeting the man. I mean, and this is in heterosexual relationships, obviously, but the polarities of male-female work in all types of relationships, gay or straight. So to me, it's like if you show up in as a woman and you want to feel that feminine part of you, then that's a very attractive thing for a man.
And we were talking about how for some women that might not be so easy.
Definitely.
Some women have a hard time embracing that aspect of them.
Right.
I mean, you see that in your clients sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that is something that I certainly had to learn, because I really didn't feel like I knew how to be in my feminine at all. I was very, very masculine. I like to get things done. I was in a corporate job for a really long time, so it was much easier for me to be in that masculine energy than in the feminine. And part of what the feminine energy is being able to receive. So what helped me do that was actually in the way I dressed. Like when I wore, you know, skirts and dresses, I actually really did love the feeling of that. Just, it felt goddessy. It feels like really feminine and flowy, and I do like that aspect of me, and it was something I had to learn to access.
Now, there's also going over the deep end into kind of more of maybe a trashy kind of
right vibe, okay, so
you know?
I would like to hear your point of view and your experience and what you've seen with you know going on dates with women, and what you noticed works and what doesn't.
Now, this wasn't trashy, but well, it kind of was. I went on a date with a woman. It was just going out to coffee, so you know we're not going to be dressed in evening wear, but she came right from painting her bathroom, and she was paint splattered, and you know, just a paint splattered sweatshirt and paint splattered jeans and like the worst possible shoes she ever owned. And I was like, okay, that's pretty casual.
Yeah,
it
that's really
didn't
casual.
seem like she cared, and her whole vibe kind of reflected that, probably because she was inhaling paint fumes all day too. But the other end, what I was talking about with the trashiness, and this is of course just my opinion, one thing is wearing an enormous amount of makeup where you're trying to look through the makeup to see what the person looks like. One pet peeve of mine is wearing so much perfume that you can't smell your coffee or your food.
Well, a lot of perfume is tough.
It is tough. Wearing, you know, 5-inch heels, maybe wearing a dress that's, you know,
what, really short? No one can see you making
short.
that movement.
Ridiculously short.
Yeah.
You know, just, and maybe, you know, cleavage, like lots of cleavage. And it feels a little trashy. It also is really distracting.
Right.
And, you know, the last thing you want to be is the kind of person that's looking down instead of at the person. And it's just, you just don't want to be that person. And it's distracting. And
yeah.
So I guess tasteful.
Someone said this is like Harry Met Sally. That was funny.
I remember Macy and I have been together 5 years, four and a half, 5 years, and I completely remember the outfit that she was wearing. So I think that is something to think about. Do you want to be wearing something that your spouse is going to look back on fondly and have it be a memorable thing? You know, it seems like a silly, simple thing at the moment, but if you're going into a date with the assumption that you may be meeting the one, then how about, you know, dressing for that event?
Yeah, I think that is a huge thing because, I mean, in my point of view, with going on dates and seeing what people are wearing, I mean, to me, one of the most important things is that, like, when a guy dresses up for a date, to me, it says, wow, they really are taking this seriously and they're really interested in creating a meaningful relationship somehow. I mean, obviously, first dates are first dates. Like, we go on multiple first dates before we meet our special person. But I just think that it is a very sacred thing. I mean, ultimately, if you are looking to meet your special person, then why wouldn't that be something that you would treat as almost like a sacred meeting,
Yeah.
because you don't know, this could be your person. And I think when you're approaching it that way, then you're adding some really great energy to it that elevates the whole experience just in that way.
And I think it's better to be a little overdressed than a little underdressed.
Yeah, so why not? I mean,
someone's not going to look at you and go, "Oh, that person is totally overdressed for this
Right.
occasion." They'll look at them and they'll say they cared about how they look.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's really, really powerful. And the thing about it, once again, like it seems sort of shallow on the surface, but when you think about a committed relationship, commitment is a strand that goes through all levels of this experience. And one way is that you show that you took the time to look your best, to show up for this person, and you can start by assuming that you're going to have a great time and that you're going to meet someone who's great, because most people are kind and most people are, I mean, if they're dating, they're looking for love. So if that person's not a match for you, it's not like you've lost anything by showing up in your best possible light. It just, I think it's just good karma all around the board. So
You had some objections that some of your clients came up with.
yeah, one thing I wanted to talk about before we go into the objections, though, is like, how do you do this? How do you even know how? Oops, we just missed that question.
I think
Sorry.
you were asking, is this normal dress for us?
Oh, oh, hey, Mookie Bear, I know who that is. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said from the beginning, we are definitely not stylists. But if you're part of my program, I'm launching actually a new program in January. It's the Big Happy Love Premium Program, and part of that is a VIP day, and in that is included time with the stylist, because I'm not going to sit here and say wear this or this or this, because I can't see you and I wouldn't know. And plus I'm pretty eccentric and I wear some pretty funky stuff. I'm not sure I would be the person to do that. But, you know, having someone help you is not a bad idea, because color, certain styles and shapes, different accessories, your skin tone, like there's so much that goes into it. And I noticed that a lot of people, women that I've talked to, don't necessarily know exactly what it is. And when they have been guided, I've certainly had some guidance around that. And I've been really surprised at the things that really looked good on me that I just wouldn't have picked out. So
You've definitely pushed my boundaries.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been interested in fun clothes, and I've gotten into more colorful clothes. But
yes, we are.
some of the shirts you picked out for me kind of blew me away at first, and then I put them on, and I was like, this is so much fun. So I definitely have changed some of what
Well, I dress
do.
him like a 70s catalog, so guys out there, you might want to run from me if you think I'm going to do your
I've got
style.
my share of
We've been together for
leisure
4 years. Thanks for asking questions.
What's another objection?
So the objections that we've heard before are, I don't have anything to wear. Well, I'm not even going to beat around the bush. I mean, if you don't have anything to wear for a first date, go get something, you know, invest in yourself. Like, this is a really sacred part about being a human being on this earth, is to create relationships and to have that special relationship. And if you're single and you're looking for your person, great. You deserve to have some outfits that are date worthy in your closet now. So go invest.
And it's kind of like business, where if you put that energy out in some aspect of your business with marketing or something, you get business from something totally unrelated. So just putting that energy out there to get some clothes to wear maybe will manifest the date.
Yeah, that's true. I love that. Then the second one is, well, that's not me. I don't wear dresses, I don't wear skirts, or I don't, for men, who knows what that is, like, but
Yeah.
if you don't normally dress up, if you're like, I always wear t-shirts and jeans, or I always wear t-shirts and running shorts, I don't know.
Or yoga pants or yoga clothes.
Well, once again, this is about you showing up as your best possible you for something that's really important in your life. So you wouldn't show up at a job interview like wearing yoga pants and a t-shirt. So think about it. It's really no different.
And if you are uncomfortable putting that part of yourself out there or expressing, like you said, a more feminine side, then that might be, you know, a reason to hire a coach to kind of help you with that, those, you know, perceptions you have around yourself.
I mean, definitely, if dating is uncomfortable and it feels like, you know, you're attracting the wrong people, it is worth it to get help. I mean, we get help in all areas of your life. That's true. I love that. Joe 1022. He writes, you don't want to tell the grandkids you were wearing cutoffs and a t-shirt when you met grandma. Yeah.
Unless you met her at the beach, maybe.
Right. True. Oh yeah. That was the other thing we were going to say is certainly there are different outings that you would plan for, different events. So depending on, having, you know, whether it's a hiking date or you're going to a restaurant, like obviously there are some edits that you'll want to make, but it's all about how you feel too. Like, you know, if you feel grungy and sweaty because you just went running and then you're going to go for a hike with them, maybe you take a shower and put on a new set of hiking clothes or something. So that's not me was the last objection. So we're just saying, you want to feel great. It's important. Show up as your best you.
Just give it a try and see what it feels like. It's about, just be curious. Get dressed up nice, be curious, and you might feel different.
Right. We'll see how you feel. You'll know how you feel.
Yeah.
And then, I'm not dating now. This was another objection. I'm not dating. You know, I don't have any dates on the calendar, so I don't really need to think about it right now. Well, if you're single and ultimately you want to date, get ready. Get a first date ready outfit. So go ahead and start doing that and have something that you can start feeling that anticipation of your first date and get excited about it. Why not?
Yeah, just another way to manifest.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. So we really are hoping that you found this helpful, and that if you are a single person and you're finding that dating in general is a struggle, or you're just not even sure where to start, or you feel like if you feel like you are like attracting the wrong people, I mean, there may be more things than that that are just challenging, then reach out to me. You can reach out to me at Macy at bighappylove.com. You can check www.bighappylove.com for women and sign up for a consult to see how we can get you to meaningful love, because I really feel like this is the time. Like, if you're feeling like you want love and you've struggled in this, let's get this rolling, because we can accelerate this so that you can find your perfect person.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great holiday.
Talk to you soon. We'll talk to you soon because we have more to talk about on Dating Mojo. So see you soon. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share with your friends. Looking forward to seeing you again. Bye.
Bye.